Have you ever started a project and wondered how you're supposed to save it so that you could get back to it later? Or have you ever tried writing something out and then you know how to save it, but you're not quite sure where it's saved at on the computer so that you can open it again? Well, I'm going to help you with that. My name is Rhonda and I am with the Salem, Ohio Public Library. So to get started, we really have to explore our file folder down in the bottom of where our taskbar is. Now, if you are on a Apple computer or a Mac, Apple device of any kind, you will have a different interface than mine. I am running a Windows-based computer, so it will look different. However, I did want to show a quick image of what it might look like if you are using a Mac. So on a Mac, this is a little bit more familiar. Now, don't mind the picture here. That's just the example that I've shown, but really what I want you to take a look at is this taskbar down here at the bottom. Now, you will actually use something called the Finder app, which is really just this first face here on the very first icon to the left. It's like a little face with two different colors here. This is called the Finders app. And so you will actually click on this instead of looking for a little folder like we do on Windows. So now that we see our file folder, let's go ahead and open it. And we're going to kind of explore this a little bit. Now, the thing is that you really want to pay attention to what you have going on to the very left area. Now, this is technically called a navigation pane, but really all it is providing an easy access way for you to store and organize your projects. So if we go from the very top here where it says quick access, now that is something that you can use once you get a little more familiar with saving documents. And really it's just an easy way to get to certain folders a little faster. But we're not going to worry about that today. This here is OneDrive, which really is a cloud storage app that you can use on your computer. And if you're using a Mac, yours would be iCloud. But I am also not going to go through that today because that's a whole different ballpark. What I really want to make sure we're paying attention to is where it says this PC. Now, when you click on this, you get a little bit of an overview to the right here, but I like to just follow what's happening right below where it says this PC. Now, this means that these are the documents and presentations or files or videos, whatever you're working on. These are the things that are saved to your actual PC. So it's not in cloud storage, but it is to your actual computer. And as we move down this list, we see we have some subfolders. So the 3D objects I've never really used. However, I do use my desktop a lot. And so if I open my desktop, it actually shows me what I have saved on my desktop. So if I minimize this a little bit, and I go back and I look at my desktop, you see that I have something called New Folder, which is over here. I have Mac Desktop, which is right here. And then I have Finder Image, which is right here. Okay, so that is just one file inside of my computer. I also have a Documents folder. I have downloads, music, pictures, videos, and then a couple other things down here that I'm not going to get into today, but those are a little more, they are a little more detailed. So we're just going to keep it nice and simple today, and we're going to learn about the Documents folder. So if I wanted to download something, and I am going to use the library as a example here. So we're going to Salem Public Library. And I know that if we go to the About section in Library Employment, it gives me an application that I can download. One thing that I always end up hearing a little bit about is that how does a download work and where does it go? So when you download something, so normally a PDF, which is just a document that you can't edit, or if you're downloading an image, it is going to save to your computer's default folder, which more often than not is this downloads folder over here, okay? However, if you are a little bit more tech savvy, you can go ahead and change where that default saving goes. So here we're going to go ahead and explore a little bit more. So if I go to download application, and I open it up, and this is what the application would look like, and I'm going to go over here to my down button. That means download. And when I do that, I get this screen. And if you're paying attention, you'll notice that this screen looks a lot like the other file folder screen that I was showing you before. See how on the left-hand side, it says quick access, OneDrive, this PC. Now up here at the top, it's also giving me some direction. It's saying that we are inside of this PC and that we are in the desktop folder right here. Now, I don't want this to save in my desktop though. I want this to save in my documents. And just for those who are curious, documents is the most well-used folder to save things in because it helps keep them organized. A lot of people usually just go with documents. So in this case, now we could see up here it says I'm in this PC and I'm in documents. I'm going to go ahead and save it to this folder that says testing library video. Okay. And down here, so it says no items match your search. That's okay. That means that I don't have anything in this folder. And down here we have a file name. I'm just going to leave it as application, but you can click on it and change it if you would like. And it also tells us what type of file is being saved. And in this particular one, it's being saved in Adobe as an Adobe Acrobat document. We're going to go ahead and hit save. And you'll even see it down here when it's all done making any kind of color or circle, depends on your computer. You'll know that it's done. Now you can access this document by just clicking right here, but I want to show you where it's at in the file folder. So let's open my file folder here. Okay, and I'm going to this PC, and then I'm going to go into documents. And so again, it even tells you up here, right? And then I'm going to go to testing library video. And here is my application. Okay. So I was able to tell my computer where I wanted that to be saved. And a lot of times what happens is people don't necessarily look at that when they save, and they just hit that save button, and then they're not quite sure where that document went. So that is really the gist of saving your documents and being able to find them. And you're going to be able to find anything that you save just right here in this file folder. Now, if you are on a Mac, you're going to use that Finder app, which again is down here to the very left, usually on your Mac desktop. And when you open it, it's going to look familiar and it's going to look similar to this. Now we do have different items to the very left here, but as you'll see, some of them are the same. So it all depends on if you've already created your own folders or if you're just kind of starting with the default folders that Finder app already has for you. But they all come with the desktop, downloads, applications, and pictures, and most of the time you're going to find documents as well. I just think that this example here didn't have it on it, but you are going to usually see a documents tab here as well. And then you would just do that same thing, that you would make sure that when you're saving your file, you're choosing from these over here, these to the left, and hopefully you pick one and kind of just stick with that. That will help you save and keep things a little more organized. And once you're in your file folder, you can always create more folders so that you can keep things organized a little bit better. You can create a new folder by just going into the area over here to the left. So if I stay in the documents, and I can just go right up here in this top pane, okay, and I can go to new folder, and I can name it whatever I want. Say videos. Okay. and then I can tell my computer to save it there the next time. Last but not least, I wanted to share our QR code with you today in case you're interested in watching any more of the tech videos that we have on our YouTube channel. So to do that, I'm actually going to use it as an example to show you one more download and save. So here is our QR code, and I am going to download this. I just right-clicked, and now I have this download option in my Google Drive, which you don't have to worry about any of that today, but figured I'd explain it anyway. I'm going to hit this download button. And again, we have our very familiar navigation pane over here. And now I am going to go to, see where it says this PC. So we're right here. And then it's trying to save it to my downloads folder. Now, that's okay if that's where you want it to go, but that's not where I want it to go. So I'm going to guide my computer. So I want it to go into my documents folder, right? And then I want it to go into my video folder. And you can even see that it's doing so up here. Again, it says no items match your search, and that's fine. That just means that I don't have anything in this folder. So I am right where I want it to save, and then I can rename it down here. I'm going to put QR code. And it shows that it is saving as a JPEG image, which is just a image extension, and that's fine. And I'm going to hit save. Now, when I downloaded it, I can use it right here. I can just click on this, but I want to show you exactly where it's at. So we're going to go ahead and close out of this. I'm going to go into my folders here. I'm going to start from scratch. I'm going to go this PC, just so you can kind of see. Go to Documents, go to Video, and there it is. So if you're interested in watching any of the other tech videos on YouTube, you can actually use the camera on your phone. If you just open your camera app and you just put this right in the square of your phone, like just right in the center, a URL will actually come up, or aka a link that you can tap on, and it will take you directly to our YouTube channel for more tech videos. So you don't have to actually take a picture of it, just kind of hover over it, and that'll do it. All right, everybody. I hope this is helpful for you. And if you need a little more assistance, just remember that I'm at the Salem Library on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 6, and feel free to call and make an appointment. All right, everybody. Have a fantastic day.